right now. Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We've got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call, powered by FanDuel Sportsbook.
All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Fan Cave. This is the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call, powered by FanDuel Sportsbook, which was busy giving out money. Apparently, the house didn't win this week on the Kansas City Chiefs. I looked at a lot of the numbers from across the state, and the casinos actually paid out. So you can beat the house as long as you don't stay too long.
Well, some people who I may know that put money on the Chiefs did okay with the Chiefs. Some of the individual prop bets on the 49ers didn't work out as well for some people.
Exactly.
I know.
Bob Pompeani, Tim Benz with you tonight here. We're taking your calls on the Bordas and Bordas hotline. It's 412-575-2600. You can also tweet us at KDPump, at Tim Benz PGH. And we have a lot to get into tonight, beginning with what you knew was going to happen when Mark D'Antonio stepped down. I mean, when Pat Narduzzi came here to be head coach of the University of Pittsburgh Panthers, the Pitt Panthers, everybody said, well, when the opening comes, whenever that would be, at Michigan State, Narduzzi's going to take that job, or at least he'll be highly considered for that job. So it happened today. Mark D'Antonio stepped down after 13 years. Last 3 have not been so good, although he's had a lot of success there. He, specifically with Pat Narduzzi, have done that. Narduzzi comes here 5 years into it now. So, Tim, a lot of speculation is out there that he would go there. This is a little different than Paul Chryst, who left, and I think people thought once Wisconsin came calling he would go, but he was a graduate there. This is different, although he has ties there, not to the current people in charge,
right,
but I'm sure they're interested, especially the timing of this resignation. I find it very curious that D'Antonio would do this now, the day before National Letter of Intent.
Well, right, and that's especially curious because we don't know if something nefarious is going on with Michigan State. There's all these reports out there that there might be some sort of sanctions, there might be some sort of long-term ramifications against the program for some illicit activity. And if that's the case, then that keeps Narduzzi away, I would think, for sure. Let somebody else clean up that mess, and if it doesn't go well, maybe you jump in. Or kind of like what happened with Bill O'Brien at Penn State, maybe, Bob, you get to the point where it gets better under him, and then you can follow up like James Franklin eventually did. So I could see that as a potential. But this is one of these situations where I look at it as, I don't see either side, either side's fan base being all that happy about what's happening. For Pitt, the last thing in the world they want is more of a look as their coaches are nothing but in AAA to go up to the big leagues of the Big Ten. So they don't want it from that standpoint. And based on what Narduzzi has done here at the University of Pittsburgh, which might be impressive to some at Pitt who aren't used to expecting much, I think if you're a Michigan State fan, you say, well, gee, how is Dews done at Pitt? Oh, that's it? In the ACC Coastal?
Yeah, but you can also flip it because Paul Chryst didn't have all that much success again.
Right. Now, that's a good point. That's a fair point because when he went back to Wisconsin, he didn't have all that much more success here, but it went poorly with the guy who came in place of Alvarez before. I'm sorry. Well, and then Bielema jumped ship, and he goes and replaces Bielema after it was widely reported that Barry Alvarez just didn't think it was right to hire him from Pitt after just 1 year.
Well, the other thing is, if you're looking at this from a Michigan State standpoint of why you'd be interested in Pat Narduzzi, you could say he's taken a team to the ACC championship game, which he's done. He's pulled off some nice upsets. Penn State was one of them. Clemson, of course, down there. So he's done some good things, and he's done a pretty good job recruiting some good defensive players to the point where they have a really good defense coming back with some nice recruits coming in. So, but I think personally that he won't take that job. I think he has a good situation here. I think he appreciates it here. And ask you, what is a better job right now, Michigan State or Pitt?
There's more stability right now at Pitt because
depending on what you want.
Level of expectation.
I like 100,000 people, or how many they fit over there at Spartan Nation.
Okay, now that's an angle too to investigate on this, because have you gotten the impression, as I have, that Pat Narduzzi has grown somewhat frustrated with the fact that the program hasn't gained as much traction from a ticket sales point of view, from a media coverage standpoint, from the view he groused openly about how the ACC is covered, especially how his division is covered and perceived. I think he's felt a little stuck in the mud in that regard about where Pitt is. I think he feels like he's brought the football portion forward. I still think he can go much more forward before Pitt fans feel satisfied. They should anyway. But from the perception standpoint overall of the program, I wonder if Narduzzi is feeling a little bit stuck right now.
He might be. It's going to be interesting because he's on a list, from what I understand, as is Luke, what's his name? Fickell at Cincinnati from Ohio State. He's had 2 11-win seasons there, so he's a guy, and he's done some pretty good stuff there.
Solid, the defensive coordinator from the 49ers.
Right.
Name I've heard dangled out there.
I saw Justin Rose, a friend of ours who used to work in this market, now in that market, says that's a dream job for him potentially. But I would think he'd more rather go to the NFL next year if he gets an opportunity. If he has another good year, he may get that chance. We got to take a break. When we come back, we'll also talk about Troy Polamalu, who did not get a vote from someone you would have thought would have given him a vote for enshrinement into the Hall of Fame, the Pro Football Hall of Fame. We'll talk about that. Get your calls. Penn State won a big game tonight in basketball. We'll detail that and more when we continue live right here at Pittsburgh CW. It's the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.